SMT Nation, we back, and we're going to be taking a look at an article from Fierce Wireless, and it's from an author, Roger Entner, friend of the show. When Roger speaks, we listen. The crux of Verizon's problems. Okay, so they're fresh off the heels of a pretty awful growth quarter. They don't grow. Customers just don't go to Verizon. I think, in my perception, this is what I've been saying since the earnings is Verizon is a company that just doesn't grow. They have no interest in that. In order to grow, you have to compete in pricing, you have to compete in value, and they don't have those elements in their plans. So they don't. And it's clearly evident to me, but I think some people are a little bit disconnected from the situation. They don't really understand it. A lot of people are up in arms and angry that Verizon doesn't, compete, and they think that Verizon's numbers this quarter indicated that, true, they don't grow. It is also absolutely true that customers have yet to leave. Can that change in the near term? Could that be different Q3? Of course it could be, but the numbers simply don't show it. We'll take a look at this article and what it means here. All right, so according to Roger's take, there's a few things that he highlights within this article, and I will link it for you to check it out, that indicates that things aren't as bad as people think they are. They need to get bad in order for Verizon to change, but they simply have not. And I'll explain. All right. So, what Verizon did in Q2, like towards the end, is they started doing these really unusual loyalty discounts. And they didn't give them to everybody. They didn't give them to every plan. They didn't give them to every customer. They were extremely limited and situational. That's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That is not going to be an effective way at customer retention. That is not going to impact the Q2 numbers at all. It's going to impact Q3. Another thing we noticed is that customer, a combined between consumer and business, it's a combined 0.81 or 0.83, which I think AT&T's is like 0.75. I don't know what the combined was, but the postpaid consumer, smartphone churn was like 0.75 for AT&T, and it was 0.75 for Verizon. Customers have not left yet. Now, Q3 could be different, right? And why Verizon potentially increasing certain fees and economic adjustment fees and already being the most expensive carrier, being the premium carrier, it could cause customers to leave to look for cheaper plans. Verizon's does not have what people are perceiving as a network problem. I know people that a very loud minority say that Verizon has congestion issues and Verizon has a network problem, and that's why people are leaving. They are not having network problems. People don't leave Verizon for the network issues. It's a value positioning issue. It's if the network is congested, customers will leave. Nobody sticks around on a useless network paying an expensive bill. This is the most expensive carrier. If the service doesn't work, people will leave. So if that indeed is the case, we expect the churn to go up in Q3. We expect it to go up due to congestion on the network. We expect it to go up because the plans are too expensive. Only one of those things is true. Verizon is expensive. And when customers have had enough, when things to their experience and they respond to value, that is 100% fact. Roger has data to prove this. He has discussed it time and time again on our show. Is to compete, you really shouldn't care. You really should not. Verizon doesn't care, so why should you? You should respond as the consumer and take your money elsewhere. You should go to AT&T, you should go to T-Mobile, and if the pain, the hemorrhaging of the customers and the bleeding is bad enough, Verizon will be forced to respond. There's nothing you could do to change the way Verizon thinks about their customers, about how they feel the need to generate revenue. Verizon is going nowhere, people. There are 3 mobile network operators in this country, and they are still generating tons of revenue. In fact, industry-leading wireless revenue. They seem unwilling to change, but if things got bad, it could happen Q3, then they might be willing to change. But for now, They haven't had enough. They have not felt it yet. Let them feel it, and I think we have a different story. Thoughts and opinions, comments down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Again, this is not a point of contention. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just here to simply state the facts. It's Verizon's value proposition or lack thereof. All right. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for my Twitter handle. My Gmail address for business inquiries are there. The videos not found anywhere else. Thanks again for watching. See you all in the next video. Peace.